So I think to the founders in the room, I think, when you're thinking about building a company based on generative AI, I think you have fundamentally unique opportunities because you don't have to deal with legacy application, legacy code. And so when we were building Solvi, nobody was talking about generative AI. I think we built the first large language model on BERT that was in our space ever in 2017, 2018. And I think it really opened up the opportunity to really rethink an existing way of doing business without any antecedents, without any debt or business or technical debt. So that's a very liberating thing, I think, for founders. So for the founders in the room, I would say the number one thing I would say is completely think about the workflow you're intercepting with your AI. Don't think about the AI. So if there are 19 steps to doing something in the world today, and you as a founder can use AI to take 19 and take them into 4 and save people time and money, that's what you should focus on. AI will become a means for you to do that. So that's as a founder, right? You have that unbelievable opportunity to create something from the ground up, purpose built for the problem. At Zoom, we had when I came into Zoom, massive business, one of the most well-known brands in the world, but had very little generative AI. We were doing virtual backgrounds, we were doing other things. So Eric's mandate to me was basically like bring us into, make everybody at Zoom a generative AI thinker. And that required a mindset change. But there's nobody better to do that with than Eric Wan, because first thing he said to me was, he said, I don't care what it costs, quality. He said, if you deliver the highest quality with the best user experience, I will take care of the cost problem for you. And so it was very liberating to hear that, because then you don't have to worry like, oh, do I take the cheapest solution? Do I do that? But then you still have to bring everybody in a company of thousands and thousands of people along with this journey. And I think we didn't like immediately create a center of excellence and have everybody, create this R&D middle thing. We just said, everybody is going to ship. We're going to get into a ship first mentality. Again, user-centric, user-focused. What's the flow? So think about what Zoom does. You're in a meeting, what do you want to do? You want to focus on the meeting. So how do we get a note taker to be better? How do we ask me questions if I join the meeting late? How do I, in a chat channel, how do I catch up if I've been on vacation for a week? Whiteboard, suppose I'm a bad whiteboarder, can I just use my words to create whiteboard? Phone calls, can I do voicemail generation? All of these things are things that we already do in our daily lives. Can we do them better, faster with generative AI on top of the platform we already had? So it's a quite different phenomenon when you're taking an existing business and turning it into generative AI and building something from organically generative AI. So I think that's kind of the